Hello guys, and welcome to the next part of the Battle of Fraustadt. I have just checked the dead pile here. It's a really even fight. I think we have 18 dead units in the Saxon pile and 19 in the Swedish pile. Both sides lost one leader. So really even fight. We are on turn 5. We're gonna just begin turn 5, the Swedish turn. And we don't have any artillery, so we're going to go to the movement phase right away. And we're also going to bring in one of these dispersed units of the Swedes. So this is a cavalry unit, one of the Nyland regiment units who got eliminated over here. We don't have any leader close by here, so I need to put it adjacent to a leader. So I'm going to put it adjacent to the army leader Rensköld here. He's gonna though ride over there. Would be nice to have a leader there as well. Maybe I will actually take these guys together with Rensköld and head off to that side of the board to help out with the cavalry fight here. Okay, so let's see now what we're gonna do this turn. So let's see, we have some infantry there. I think I'm gonna do some attacks over here now. 1, 2, there we are in the sock. Then I'm gonna charge these guys with the cavalry. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gonna charge these guys. Bring in some more infantry into the fight here. 1, 2. Let's attack here as well. How about this one? Okay, so they won't get the benefit of these defensive measures. I will march in here as well and attack. The artillery cannot fire at me actually, because they can only start firing at the front hex of their hex. So these cavalry then, so I will bring them. Okay, so we have cannon range here, so I don't want to ride in front of the cannon, so I need to go around the Swedish infantry here. And by the way, I think the infantry needs to make ready for an attack from their left. But these guys then, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Remember, it's only half movement points on roads. 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'll stay there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half. I'm gonna stack together here. We have a 2-point stack here. These guys, 1, 2. Maybe we should go on the road. 1, 2, 2.5, 3.5, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the Rensköld will also head towards that direction. That's 1.5, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4.5, 5, 6, 7. Okay, something like that. Here we're gonna attack once more. I think we can get that guy. Would be nice actually to get in back of him to hinder them from retreating once more, but do I have the movement points for it? I'm not sure about that. What does the stream cost me? That would be 1 extra movement point also for cavalry actually. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe you should, in that case, participate in attack. We can, because I cannot get into this hex. Okay, so let's do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this dragoon unit here, they will just come in as reserves to the attack here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half, 6 and a half, 7, 8. Oh, sorry, 7. I don't have the 8 points. That's only the light cavalry who has that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm preparing for the Saxon attack from that side, and here we continue attacking the main line of the Saxons. I think that was all movement then. So, and by the way, the start of the turn we have a 0 morale, so no effects on anywhere there. Now see if we can break these cavalry units at last. So we have, it's dragoons, so they will fire, but we have also dragoons with us. So the Swedish dragoons will fire first, do 1 strength point, that's a miss. Then we have the Saxon dragoons firing, 11. Cavalry 1.11, that's a -1, so one of the light cavalry take a hit. Then we charge. So 2, 3, 4 points against 1. So it's 4 to 1, but we got also 5 to 1 because we have Krasau with us. So 5 to 1. And we roll a 3, that should be it. Actually, they can retreat. It's crazy. They can retreat 3 hexes. And they have one of the rear hexes clear, so they can go 1, 2, 3. But I wonder if they need to do a morale check now. So that's an 8 morale. And they retreated 3 hexes. Cavalry is over here. So 3 hexes and 8 morale. Well, on a 1 or 2, they actually get disrupted. Or not disrupted, but dispersed. No, they're good. This is crazy. But we can follow up. So I'm going to do that with this guy. Crazy. These guys are doing a successful withdrawal fighting here. Then, let's see in which order we should do these attacks. I think I'll start with the main attack on this position here. Let's see now. We have a full strength infantry unit there. We have 1, 2, 3 points of Swedish infantry that fire first. So we will fire here with a 3 point. That's a 7. And that's a hit. So these guys takes a hit. Then they will fire back with 2 points. That's a 9. Also a hit. So also the Swedes take a hit. We only have... let's take one of these then. So we are on the 0s there now, and then we attack. So we have 2 to 1. But it's down to 1. No, actually, we are attacking from the rear here. So, or from, you know, from not from this fortification side or Cheval de Frise. So we only have 2 to 1 and then also 3 to 1 thanks to Spare's combat ability of 1. So 3 to 1. And we roll a 5. That's 1 hit, and then they need to retreat 2 hexes. Let's see now. First, they are overstacked here, and we have zone of control or units everywhere else. So these are just eliminated. And the thing is also Zeidler will be eliminated because he cannot, well, actually he can retrace his steps here, sorry. He has a unit adjacent to him. So he'll go to the Fürstenberg regiment. And we can now stack together with attacking units for 2 points and be ready for the next attack. So we have, yeah, it's still units from the Södermanland regiment stacked together there. That's nice. Okay, and then before I attack here, I want to... Actually, here we can... let's see. Let's start from this end. So here we will have a nice cavalry charge, but the problem is we're gonna receive a full volley from the Augusta regiment first. So 2 points in a fire attack, and they rolled good. So 2 points and a 10, that's a hit. So the Northern Scania regiment takes a hit. Then they charge. So they will double up. That's 2 points against 2 points. That's 1 to 1. But then we have a morale difference. So the Swedish will attack actually with 2 to 1. And we roll a 10. That would be a hit on the attacker. Oh, crap. So the Swedish are dead. I mean, the units are very fragile in this game, right? Just dying off all the time. Okay, now we'll see here. Why do I want to attack? I think I'm just going to do a cavalry attack over here. So, but we have dragoons this time, so we'll do a dragoon fire first. That's a good roll. 2 points and a 10. Well, no, it's a 9. Still a hit. So we actually hit the Reibnitz regiment here. And they will, of course, fire back. 2 points. And they missed. So now we have a really good odds. We have 4 to 1. No other modifiers. 4 to 1, and we roll the 7. The 7 is a retreat 2 hexes. So these guys, 1, 2. They have a 8 morale infantry, retreated 2. They need to do a morale check. On a 1, they are dispersed. Nope. We can follow. 1, 2. Next attack will be against this unit. And I will attack with these 2 stacks. So we start with some fire. We have 4 points of Swedish infantry firing their muskets. That's a 9. I think that's a hit because we have 4 points. It's actually a dispersed result even. So let's see now. It first takes a hit, then it gets dispersed. The leader here could actually go to the next one here, and we can gain the ground. We have one more attack to do here. This is a bit more uncertain though. So we have the Swedish first firing with 2 points. An 8 hit. Good. By the way, I haven't checked if Zeidler did. I mean, he has been in 2 battles with losses. We need to check twice if he fell actually. 1 and the second check, no problems there. Okay, but the Swedes managed to hit, so I'm gonna take the hit on the artillery as the Saxon player. Then we're gonna fire back with 2 points. Rolled good, 10. Hit on the Swedes as well. So what do we have? We have 1 point of Swedes attacking against 3 points of Saxons. We don't have the Cheval de Frise for our favor though as a Saxon player, so it will be 1 against 3. No morale difference. But the Swedes roll pretty good. Let's see, 1 against 3 and a 4. That's a hit on both sides. So the Swedes are eliminated. And this time I will eliminate the cannon. So no change in the morale. And that's it, I believe. Or maybe this was actually facing directly like that. Okay, heavy losses on both sides. And that was the Swedish turn. So we go to the Saxon turn 5. We have the artillery phase with no enemy units within sight. We don't have that many artillery units left anymore. Okay, so we get back the dispersed unit, the Furstenburg infantry, and we will put him here. We're gonna countercharge the Bremish dragoons there. Okay, so for movement then, Do we want to attack here? Not sure. Or should I disengage? The thing is, I can fire first. And we had the morale edge. Okay, let's do it. Let's continue with the attack. Do a countercharge with Dünewald here. Then on these infantry mess here, we need to reface ourselves against the Swedish threat, that's for sure. Let's do that. This means we need to attack as well. These guys will join in the attack against the cavalry here. We have 3 units attacking them now. It's good. These guys then. We could do a flank attack here. 1, 2. The French grenadiers will come also to help out. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I also do like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. These guys will take 1 step forward like that. And here it's time to attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Saxon infantry is going on the attack now. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we will also charge their infantry with cavalry. Let's bring in some dragoons for that job. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think actually these guys can now countercharge, and they will do that. So the Swedish will fire with 2. That's an 8. Miss. Fire back with 1. 10. And that's a hit. The Swedes take a hit. And then the Swedish attack 1 to 1 in odds. Oh, that was a bad roll. So attacker takes a hit, so they're actually dead. More Swedish dead. So now here, that was a lucky thing for the Saxons. And then we're gonna bring in more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think these guys could stack together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't want the counter charge where I'm lone, so I'm gonna wait for Plutz and his cavalry to come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Something like that. And we also have the Libe Regiment still. Let's put them in this gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What the heck? Let's bring them in the charge against the Västerbotten infantry as well. We still have 2 units of Saxon infantry here. I think I will need them in this fight. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the Polish guards and Vostromirsky infantry. Okay, so we're gonna see a lot of things happening. I see the same pattern as in the early games. I mean, this game is 13 turns long. It could be even 20 if you want, but we are soon out of units on both sides. It's just so deadly on both sides, you know. So it's a bit ahistorical in that way. Such great casualties on both sides, right? Anyway, let's continue. So we have some firing to do, and now we really need to hit those light cavalry. But we didn't. But we're gonna charge still, or we must charge still, and we have 1 against 2, but we have a morale edge, so it's a 1 to 1. And we roll a 9. That would mean we need to retreat 1 hex. They will follow. Okay, that's that. Then we have an attack here against the Swedish rear here. We're hitting them in the rear, so they cannot even fire back, but we fire first. That's a Saxon player will roll the 7, 2 strength, that's a miss. But then we attack. So let's see now, they can only defend with 1 point, so we got 2 to 1. The morale is the same, I'm sure, but they have Mardefeld with them, so this will be, hold on, 2 to 1, 1, yeah, it's a 1 to 1. And we roll the 7. 1 hit each. As you can see, very deadly on both sides. We also need to check both leaders. Check the Saxon leader first. He's good. Swedish leader. He's good. Okay, where do we need to attack next? I think we need to attack here. So it's 2 against 2. So it starts with a fire. 2 points from the Saxons. That's a 9. I think that's a hit. Yep. And the Närke Värmland will fire back with 2 points. That's a 10. Hit as well. And then we attack 1 against 1. And there's no morale or other things. So it's a straight 1 to 1 attack. We rolled a 7 again. I think that was the... Yeah, both sides take a hit. So both sides actually gets eliminated. Crazy. Like that. And Seidler needs to check his state, and then he would relocate to the Augusta regiment over here. Okay, I think we have 1 more infantry attack to do here. Yes. So they are all gathering up to attack these, and now we have zone of control everywhere, so these guys in really bad position. First, the Saxon will fire with 1, 2, 3, 4 points of infantry. That's a 6. Is that enough? No. No, here we are. 4 points, a 6. Yes, that's the hit. And then the Dragoons will though fire back with 2 points. Not a hit. And then we have the attack. 2, 3, 4 points against 1. 4 to 1. But we rolled pretty bad. 10 on a 4 to 1. That would be 1 hit on the attacker, and the defender needs to retreat, which they can't because there are zone of controls everywhere. So these are eliminated. Then I need to take a hit with the Saxons, and I take it here on the Saxonian guards. So we actually got 1 step further to the Saxon side since we eliminated the Swedish unit. Okay, great. Then we have some battles to do here. I wonder if there's any... I think we should attack here, because then we can sort of control this guy in his rear. So let's see now. We're gonna attack with 2 guys here, the infantry and the cavalry combined. So the Saxonian guards will first fire with 2 points, getting 9. They hit the Swedes, who would though fire back 2 points. They got a 10, a hit. So also the guards take a hit from the Swedish volley. And then we attack. So we have 1, this is doubled, 2, 3 against 1. And we also got a leader bonus, it's 4 against 1. Oh, good roll. 4 to 1 and a 3. That's a hit, and a retreat 3 hexes, but they are already dead. So another one here. And then we will take ground. So now we're having these guys in zone of control, so they cannot retreat anymore. So these guys will now charge, or actually fire first. We have 4 points of dragoons firing. That's a double one, so they missed actually. The Swedes fire back. The Västerbotten regiment gives full volley, 2 points, and they got a 7, which is sadly a miss as well. So they're now gonna get stormed by these cavalry units. That's 4 points of cavalry, getting to 8 against 2, so it's 4-1, and no other modifiers. So 4-1. Another, again, a good roll. 4-1 and a 4 is B2. These guys cannot retreat, so they are eliminated. Saxons are doing good now. That's it, I think, for turn 5. I mean, as you can see, we don't have that many units left. This will soon be over. So we're gonna go to turn 6 now, Swedish turn. And for this turn, we will have Saxons attacks with +1. Okay, what can the Swedes do now? What can we do? Well, we need to just try to pick off some Saxon units and attack aggressively here, of course. So let's see, we have a nice... Okay, here's the Saxon unit, that was bad. So here, by the way, first, let's see, now we should be able to have the zone of control for him, around him, I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we have zone of control around him, so we should kill them if they manage to get them to retreat. Here would be an even fight. Is that good or not? If we go here, we're gonna also get countercharged. So I'm gonna be a bit cautious there. Let's see. We should attack these guys with these guys, I believe. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're gonna get countercharged. Or actually, they will first need to do a facing change, then attack. So let's do that battle first. That would be no fire. These guys need to attack 1, actually 1 against 3, so that's not a good... I don't bother to do the counter charge actually. So what did I say? I think they were able to reach those at least. And then we have these guys. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I'm gonna get hit in the flank. I'm not sure what to be there. 1, 2. Let's countercharge. So we're gonna resolve this right away. The Saxons will fire with 2 points. That's a 9. That could be enough. Yeah, that's 1 hit. But the Swedes will fire back with 2 points. They got a 7. That's not enough. I think the Swedes are pretty unlucky here. Then we attack, and now we have the morale bonus, so it's 2-1 and 3-1. And a good roll. 3-1 and a 5 is a hit on the Swedes. I think the Swedes are gonna lose this one actually right now. Okay, but we're not ready with the movement phase yet though, so we're gonna continue with the attacks. It's 2 points of infantry. Let's attack like this. 1, 2. These guys will attack here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna attack them in the rear. And actually that's it. We don't have any more troops. This is crazy. We are almost empty. Okay, so let's continue to the attacks then. Let's start here. So we have 1 point of Swedish Dragoon attack, fire phase I mean. 9 on 1, that's not a hit. They will fire back with 1 point as well. That's a 10, of course they hit. The Saxons are really doing good now. Then we attack. 1, 2, 3 points against 1. Actually 4 to 1 because of the leader. An 8 on a 4 to 1. B1. So these guys need to retreat, but now we have Zone of Control everywhere. So we actually kill the second leader and these guys. So let's see. First of all, we're gonna move this here, and then we're gonna take 4 steps in morale for the leader loss. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the thing is though that I'm gonna go in here and here. The thing is though, these are worth really many in victory points, so we might be pretty even in victory points anyway. Then we have an attack here. We're gonna fire. We are attacking the rear, so the Saxons cannot fire back. That's a 6, that's a miss. And then we attack with double, so it's 4 against 1, 4 to 1. And a 7. B2. These guys need to retreat 2 hexes. So they can actually retreat here first. That's not in the zone of control. And then they can stack. So we need to follow like this and this. I can actually do a facing change after a follow-up, and I will do that. Okay. Then we have an attack here. We have 2, 3 points of infantry firing from the Swedish side. 4, that's a miss. Then we have 2 points firing from the Saxon side. Also a miss. So 3 against 2, that's 1 to 1, but we can benefit of 1 leader, so that's 2 to 1 for the Swedes. 6. B1. Saxons needs to retreat 1 hex. And they got a problem. We can never overstack, so you cannot retreat here or here. And here is Swedish zone of control, so actually these guys got eliminated. These guys can though relocate to an adjacent hex, so let's put them here. By the way, these fortifications are not eliminated, as we will enter the hex. Something like that. Did I move the morale? I think I might have. Or actually not. I think it needs to go to the 0. Something like that. I think I'm done here. So let's go to the cavalry attacks. So here these needs to attack here and these here. So I'm gonna start with these guys. Yeah. Okay. 2 to 1, no fire, and 3 to 1 thanks to Rensköld himself, and the morale is the same. So 3 to 1. 10. 1 hit on each side. So we killed off the live regiment of the Saxons. But also Northern Scania take a hit. And we need to check if Rensköld is okay. Ooh, barely is. Okay. They will gain ground. We have this attack to do. The Saxons will though fire first with 1 point. That's a 6. That will not be enough. No. So we're gonna charge 2 to 1 and then 3 to 1 because we have a morale edge. 9. No effect. Saxons were lucky again. And that's it. So we're gonna go to the 6th turn of the Saxons. Artillery fire. Yes, I think we have one guy in our firing zone now. So we're gonna fire here with slight artillery, and they are 2 points of worth, and it's 3 hexes away. But that's a good roll. Light artillery, 2 points, 3 hexes away, and then 11. That's dispersal result, but since we have a, and so we hit them of course first, so we're gonna move back this here and then roll for Reinscheld. He's good, barely, so he needs to relocate to Nyland. Okay, to the Nylands regiment. Good artillery fire there. Then we have Saxon movement, and well, we can of course get these guys fully encircled now and attack with everything. I think it's Reinscheld is false. The battle might be over because he's the army leader over there. But of course we're gonna do that, so we need to sock him here. Let's see now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we have zone of control around him, and these guys need to just join the attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my. And here then, 1, 2. I could countercharge here actually. No, I can't because I have enemies in my zone of control. So I cannot do that actually. Here we're gonna face against the Swedish. Same here. And these guys just take a step forward. I mean, it depends on how it goes after this. I might even start thinking of ending the game because this is it's a crazy, deadly system. I mean, all the units just die, more or less. I don't really know. So let's start down here just to save this Battle of the Swedish Army Commander for the last, because that might be the decision I do to end the session here. So let's see now. We have these guys attacking those. So we have infantry fire of 4 points coming in from the Saxons. A 7. 1 point of casualty here, so we're gonna flip that, but they will fire back with 2 points. That's a 6, so they of course miss. Yep. So then we have 4 points against 1, and no morale difference. And actually, when this, I wonder if we would have one more from the morale from the turn start. 4 to 1. Yeah, I think it's actually 5 to 1. 9 on a 5 to 1. B1, we need to retreat 1 with the Swedes. That we can do. Like that. Then we also need to attack here. Let's see what we have. 2 points of Swedes, and we have 3 points of Saxons attacking. First the fire phase. 6. That's a miss on 3 points. Swedes fire back with 2 points. 9. That's a hit. Let's take it on the artillery. Then we attack. 3 to 2. That's 1 to 1. But we also have a Swedish leader, so it's 1 to 2. But then we have this morale thing, so it's 1 to 1. 6 points. No effect, actually. Okay, then we have the most important part here. So first we're gonna have a infantry fire of 1 point. It's a miss. Then we have cavalry fire 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. We're gonna fire first with a 4 point. 7. That's 1 hit, and I think that's it. And he cannot relocate, so he's also dead. So now the Swedish army commander is dead, and I believe I might call that a day, because these guys will now just get surrounded here, and these guys cannot change the thing too much. I mean, it will not be an overwhelming victory for these guys, but because we get 1 point for each dead unit, so that will be, let's see now. So we have 10, 20, 31, and then you get 6 for each of these. 31, 37, and 43 points, Saxon victory points. Here we have 10, 24, 30, 36. So it's kind of even, but you know, okay, so Swedish turn 7 next. So what could we do if we just think about it a bit? We can kill off a few units by attacking here and here, but we are running out of strength points. Also here we don't, I mean, all of these are also flipped, so okay, we can kill off a few units, maybe 2 or 3. Then it's the Saxon turn. These guys will just hit the back and make these guys not able to retreat, and they will just die, and more leaders will die in the fight. So I'm gonna actually call it a day here. So a good Saxon victory here, and the key point was actually that they managed so well with the Saxon right hand flank to win the cavalry battle over here, and then start to, you know, the Swedish, who needed the force here to attack, to mop up these defensive line, had to pour in there more and more cavalry into this fight, but they got eaten up. A few bad rolls there as well, a bit, or not bad rolls, but they were a bit unlucky, we could say, at least, with the Saxons hitting good with their fire combat, and then their counter charges were really good. So the Swedes never managed to get back the initiative on that cavalry flank. But over here we have seen pretty much a Swedish success. They have, if you remember, the line started around this village. I mean, the Saxon, or the Russians really, the Saxon left flank. So they have really been mopping up all these line towards here when we end the battle. But the thing is, the Swedish power is starting to, you know, be, I mean, it's they are really weak here now, and the Saxon can still bring in some full strength infantry units. They have some artillery here waiting. Same here, so in the artillery phases they will get some round balls against them. So I can't see how the Swedes can turn this to their victory anymore. They're just gonna die now, or they better retreat now, I believe, especially when Rensköld was taken prisoner there. That's it. So what else as last words? Well, about the system, I'm still hesitant to think this is a, I mean, okay, I have quite fun playing it, but it just feels too, the units are too brittle and die too much. There's so many more casualties that you should see with all these units dead. I don't know why it's like that. I mean, maybe it has to do with the table. I don't know. There's something here that makes it really too deadly and too pretty much the side with most units wins, more or less. Not sure. So what I want to say is, though I kind of enjoyed playing, especially the first turns when it's more, you know, don't know what's gonna happen. I enjoyed the game, but to say it's a good and accurate depiction of the Great Northern War style of warfare, I'm not sure. But anyway, it's good to. I mean, there's not too many games about this Great Northern War battle, so. But we have a few more to look at, also on this scale. By the way, the scale is a bit weird as well. I mean, a unit is not really it's certainly not a regiment, and it's not even a battalion. It's something smaller than that. So a few units makes up for a battalion, but on the other hand, strength points, I think they said in the rule book that one strength point is about 100 men. So I'm not sure what. I mean, 2 units is not enough to being really a battalion. It should be a Swedish battalion would be like 600 men in paper strength at least, and 1/3 of them should be pikemen, at least those that were called up from Sweden and Finland. But if you look at one, I mean, this could be a kind of a nice depiction of a Swedish regiment, infantry regiment. So we have 2 musketeer units, then we have the pike that would make up for the composition of 1/3 being pikemen. Then we have one more, and this has a grenadier guy. So maybe this should not be 200 men, but maybe more like some, you know, the elite companies of this battalion. So if you think it in that way, I think it's a nice scale. But on the other hand, you will probably not see, if you look at the warfare, this would be how they would, you know, face the enemy, having the musketeers on the sides and the pikemen in the center, and then the elite companies on the right-hand side here. But but in the game, you could send this guy there, and they, you know, they are not, there's no battalion integrity here. And I think that's maybe also one thing that doesn't make this system feeling like a Great Northern War battle game on this scale. I know also in this battle particularly, it's mentioned in this battle actually that the Swedish were, I don't know how to pronounce this or say it in English, but I think they call it like spect lines. So the Swedish battalion would not set up like this, having the musketeers on the sides and the pikemen in the center. Instead, they would spread out the pikemen through the whole battalion line in the kind of middle ranks here would be pikemen all the way from flank to flank. But usually they would deploy like this. Well, that was just me ranting about this. Still, I enjoy the game, but I can't see how it depicts this war and the style of battles really good. Sorry, but that's it. But anyway, we still have one more battle from this game to do, and I'm certainly going to do it because I'm curious to see how it handles the actual Battle of Kalisz 1706, which is the last one we will do. That's also a larger battle, and I imagine we will see a lot of cavalry in that fight. And maybe this suits better for a good cavalry fight. So we're going to check that next time I put up this game on the board. I will play some other stuff in between, but sooner or later we're going to return to this one. I think that's it. So not more to say actually than thank you guys for watching, and I hope you did enjoy the playthrough, and at least you got maybe a good idea about what this game is about, I wanted to say. So we reached turn 6, that's where the game ended. I think I have a vague feeling that in the other games we played, We never came to the end turns. I mean, we are not even halfway through, really. And I get the vague feeling that that was the case with the other games of this system we played as well. We never, I mean, one side just died. You know, I could continue playing, but I know what's going to happen. The Swede's going to die, so I don't bother. So that said, once more, thank you for watching. See you again next time. Probably we're having some commands and colors coming up. Thanks. Bye for now.